Alright, so told you I'd give you a breakdown on what I feed my plants. Alright, so I often go off the looks, right, of the different plants, how well it's going on, what I traditionally put in the soil and stuff. So when I look at this plant here, everything I'm feeding it, it looks good, right? There's no burn, there's no nothing like that, right? So this is gonna scare a lot of people, but I actually use algae water. All right, so I'm gonna explain something. I have my regular tap water that I off gas, right? The only thing I can't get out of it doing this way is fluorine, and there's a process I'm doing to get rid of that. But I got some black lettuce cow mag that I put in here. I have some Bloom Kaboom. This is the first time I've used the Dr. Jim's. Kind of like it so far. The kitchen soup I've used before, or the sorry, not chicken soup. Sorry, but I feed all of my plants with the same type of shit. I feed all of these different plants for the premise, not that I'm eating all this, but I put all this stuff back in the ground. As you look around the garden, I have nitrogen fixers. I have the wheat that I use for my straw, and I have a lot of different stuff like that. So I also have some different test strips, right? Like some people use whatever they're going to use for their different parameters, right? I use drinking water test kits, and I'll tell you why. Because they test for everything that fucking matters, right? So some people don't check for all this stuff. To me, some of that stuff that you test on there matters more than anything else. Now, for my soil, I do a cocoa core blend with some perlite, some biochar, some neem meal, some blood meal, some bone meal, and a little bit of perlite. I can't think of anything off the top of my head else that I put in there, but I do pre-stack the cocoa core with my algae water. So my algae water is providing me nitrogen, like a lot of nitrate and nitrogen, right? So I really don't have to worry about that the whole cycle. Now when I flush, I use my off-gas water, but I normally flush 3 or 4 days before I cut down. I normally don't have too bad of a carcinogenics. My ash is really white most of the time. Don't have problems lighting up, so I feel like my flushes are doing fine. The biggest thing about it, dude, is just keep track of your plants, man. Like, they'll tell you what's wrong with them.